You were a common and loved visitor. Every tune, including Shrimpo, absolutely adored you, and often looked forward to the days when you came by. One day, when you come by, everyone's twisted. You manage to get everyone except Shrimpo back to normal. When you get to him, he tries punching you, but you manage to dodge the attack. Then you say, Shrimpo, it's me, it's the listener. Come on, I know you're in there somewhere. Then Dandy says from behind you, Listener, he's gone. There's no saving him. Then you say, that's what you said with all the others. And sure enough, they're all back to normal in the lobby. I'm sure I can fix Shrimpo. Then Dandy shrugs and says, well, don't say I didn't warn you. And good luck. You might need some medkits. After a while of you attempting to get Shrimpo back to normal, you had managed to get it so that he could talk to you, not the twisted. And then he manages to say, Listener, please leave. I don't want to hurt you. Then you say, Shrimpo, don't worry. We'll be fine. I'm not leaving until you're back. I mean, fully back. After a while, you had managed to get it so that he was in full control, but the twisted was still his body. The twisted had zero control over what went on. Instead, he did. So you bring him back to the lobby. The others are confused and scared. Then Brightney asks, Listener, you know he's not normal, right? He's not him. Then you say, he may not look like him, but he is in control. And I'll handle him if the Twisted comes back. Everyone seems okay with that because they know you're good at keeping people under control. After a while, and since he'd slowly become more normal, still looking completely like a Twisted, but he had started going back to his usual routine of bullying everyone but you. One day, when you had gotten there after school, you just go straight up to Shrimpo and hug him. He can tell you had a rough day, so he leads you to a staff-only room, which kind of confuses you. And he says, don't worry. The head of management and Dandy both say you can actually come back here as long as a tune is with you. Last time I checked, I'm a tune. You chuckle and say, yeah. You may not look like it, but you are. After a while, and he was curious, so he asks, so, listener, why do you seem so down in the dumps? It's not like you. And then you say, just some bullies at school. They're worse than when you were just the mean bully that I didn't really get along with. He looks at you, clearly concerned. And then he calmly says, listener, how about I go to school with you tomorrow? I'll handle him. You chuckle and say, Shrimpo, that's a terrible idea. You know that. And he says, so, I can protect you that way. the next day, and you had actually let him come with you. You didn't really want him to, but you knew that if you didn't let him, you'd be getting an earful from him when you got back. So you figured, oh well, there's not much he can really do. But you were wrong. He absolutely terrified the bullies. And so they stopped messing with you. Later, and he's kind of flirting with you. And randomly complimenting you, which really confuses you because he does not like to be nice. But you can tell that he's starting to develop feelings for you. So you ask, Shrimpo? Why exactly are you being so nice? Do you have a crush on me or something? He blushes and says, maybe. I might. Who knows? You look at him in surprise, and you say, Shrimpo? I hope you realize I like you back. So there's no reason to be so scared. He blushes deeply, not having expected you to legitimately like him back. After a while of you two dating, and you had noticed that you'd become more normal in the time that you two were dating. So you realized that he needed an outlet for his emotions that wasn't bullying before he could turn back to normal. One day when you get there, you notice that everyone's terrified. So you end up going up to Scraps and asking, hey, Scraps, what's wrong? Everyone's panicked. Where's Shrimpo? And she says, that's exactly the problem, listener. He went full twisted. Now we don't know where he is. We know he's on this floor. We know he's in the lobby, but we don't know where. And you calmly say, I think I have an idea. Then you head to the staff-only room that he had brought you to, and you see him punching the wall. And you go up to him and hug him from behind. Then you say, Shrimpo, sweetie, hey, it's me, it's listener. I'm back. Want to talk? After a bit, and you had managed to get him back to being the same amount of normal as when you first started dating him. Which everyone was surprised by because they thought you would die before you could fix him. After a while, and you and Shrimpo are just cuddling in one of the staff-only rooms, watching an old recording. And then you kiss him, and he's blushing really hard. Then he just kisses you back. After a bit, he quietly says, I love you, listener. You chuckle and say, love you too, Shrimpo. And you both fall asleep while cuddling.